Welcome to Gab and Jam, episode 120.
120. So, what are we talking about today?
Today, our topic is coronavirus activities, things to do.
Right. Yep. We're not going to give you any statistics about the virus and all the rest of that kind of stuff.
The purpose of this episode is to offer some hope for everybody because we're kind of tired of hearing all the negativity, and so I feel like we need to offer some positivity and some hope.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? You're locked in, cooped up, and so now what do you do?
We said that if you don't do something purposeful, even though we're not supposed to do anything, quote unquote, and there have been a couple people who made jokes and said, don't fuck this up, because all you gotta do is stay put and not do anything, right? But human beings like purpose. If you don't have that purpose, then that's when you go down the rabbit hole. I know for us, for that coronavirus coverage, there was one day that I couldn't get off the couch because it seemed so hopeless. So I had to head back to the list that we created last time, which was the 9 things to do to move your creative empire forward for the D.I.Y. Rockstar. That was last one. This is for anybody looking for that bit of purpose in your day that's going to make you say, after the end of this, I at least got all these things done while I had a chance with that time.
Right, yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing, because the part that I think is disheartening about this is that you can't necessarily circle a date on the calendar in which this will be over.
Right.
You know, so if anything, it's sort of like it's wide open. And kind of being, I guess, open to the fact that your life can change just instantaneously, daily, you know, it could be unsettling.
Yeah.
You know, and so in a way, you start realizing how little of your life you actually control.
Right.
And so kind of going to these points, this is kind of allowing you to control what you can control.
Yes, I like that.
And so, you know, in the limited atmosphere or universe that you have, then you got to try to make the best of what you have. So we're just keep thinking about that. Although this might be a lemon, we always got to make
some lemonade. And we do want to do some shout outs to people who've been taking they've been taking this as an opportunity to do things to help each other. So we've seen things like people streaming workouts, people streaming in their living room concerts. We've seen restaurants helping to distribute foods to those affected, making lunches for kids and giving them away, sharing resources for how to spend time, sharing recipes, suggested reading lists, etc. So we're just adding to that list of positivity with some focused activities.
You know, and maybe that's what we'll do today. Maybe we'll hit Grubhub again today. You know, just trying to give a little bit back to, you know, because we understand that there might be certain businesses that just might not make it through this.
Yeah.
You know, and so the little bit that we can do to kind of help these businesses to kind of stay afloat.
And still maintain our staying at home. Stance. It would be, that might be helpful.
You know, because thankfully I have a job where, you know, I can work from home. And I know there are other people who don't have that. The source of income completely came to a halt. Because of that, especially people who are in the service industry. And we do value those people.
Yes, we do.
You know, and so, and then we're on that side, you have no work. Then we have our first responders who are just completely overworked. Or either first responders who are now also having a lot in, you know, police, firemen, and all the rest of that kind of stuff. And so, or either having to go out and, you know, again, you know, risk their health. So, you know, we also have to give them a thumbs up. Because,
shout out. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for everything that you do. So the way that we can help them do their jobs, the people who have to do it, or even for those who are losing their jobs, at least make that time shorter, is by adhering to, you know, staying in. Feeling, you know, figuring out a way that we could, you know, get that curve to just even out. You know, and so, you know, these are things that kind of help you not completely go batshit crazy staying inside your house.
All right, so number one is, and I've been going back and forth with a few people on Twitter and on Facebook, is cook those Sunday style meals. I know at least for the first few days, we were pulling out the roast and the gravy and the corn muffins, and so it's a time to actually have the slower prepared meals with family. Since you're stuck with family, you might as well enjoy a nice meal.
Right.
So this is a good opportunity to pull out those recipes and try something that takes a minute.
And on the flip side of that, then don't forget, after you've done your meal, you've kind of rested a bit, go ahead and exercise.
Yeah, you too.
Hit those,
otherwise, we're going to end up rolling out.
Yeah, hit those exercise videos.
The other thing, number 2, for 10 things to do is teach your loved ones to cook. We were seeing so many people who said, oh, I don't even know how to cook. I haven't cooked, ever. And then a lot of the kids are stuck home with you. You might as well show them some of what you know as far as how to cook.
Oh, this is the great part about social media. This is the thing, too, is that you actually now have, so many different ways of getting stuff.
Yeah, that's
whether,
true.
Or the internet, whether it's, reading about it, or, going on YouTube, finding someone that's out there that's preparing something. So, and there's so many different people who got like great videos and so many different ways that you can learn it. So this is a good time to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I like that. Also, okay, so for number 3 on 10 purpose-filled things to do during this coronavirus quarantine, catch up on reading books. And I know, the temptation is to spend a whole bunch of time on social media and or streaming, movies. However, they were talking about kind of the backlog now with all the education being online, so many people streaming at the same time.
Working from home, all of that.
Right. So this might be a good time. I don't know about you guys, but we have thousands of books that some of them haven't been cracked open. This is a good time. I actually started reading a poetry book that my daughter brought home just to back away from the internet for a minute and enjoy the time purposefully, but without burdening the system.
Yep, or download an audio book.
Something to your
and start doing that, and you can do that while you're exercising.
I like that. All right, so number 4 on our 10 purpose-filled things to do during this coronavirus quarantine is pick up that instrument that's collecting dust. And this is for the non-DIY rock stars and even for people like me who have a ukulele that's just collecting dust. So I'm going to make a commitment sometime this week to actually put a little bit of time into it.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a virtuoso overnight, but at least trying to refresh what I had learned previously would be.
Yeah, and that can be overwhelming, meaning that, so sometimes, you kind of want to go from zero to hero.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
Or, and the rest of that kind of stuff. That everything takes time.
Yeah.
So again, patience is really going to be critical for all of us during this
patience.
Period of time.
Yes.
Right? It's going to take a lot of that.
Yeah.
And so understanding that part of it, use that for learning an instrument. I don't care if it's just, learning the notes on the ukulele.
Yeah.
Learning one chord on the ukulele.
Yeah.
Just a little something that you learn that day.
Yeah.
And then move on.
Yeah.
Don't try to just solve everything in one day. So.
And that's gonna be hard because I get overwhelmed easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 5 for 10 purpose-filled things to do during this coronavirus crisis. It is still okay to get outside, so we suggest maybe mid-morning walks when there are less people out walking their dogs or with their kids, so that you can get that physical fitness in and enjoy some rays of sunshine since we're almost at spring. Oh, we are at spring.
Right. And for you introverts out there, this is a perfect time because you have a built-in excuse to actually avoid people.
To get on the other side
of the street when you see somebody walking, all the rest of this kind of stuff. You actually have that excuse.
Right.
So if you are as an introvert, you get to say, hey, I'm social distancing.
Right.
I'm waving from afar.
Yes.
So again, this is a good time to take advantage of those things.
All right, I like that. All right, number 6 on our 10 purpose-filled things to do during the coronavirus crisis is tell folks how much they mean to you. I mean, not only your loved ones, but even I know on social media, just letting people know, hey, I appreciate if they're putting out something positive, a streamed concert or whatever else, that, hey, thank you for, again, helping us build that hope.
Yeah.
That forward looking and community sharing and all that good stuff. So
yeah, because you're going to need that. I mean, especially I think as this thing kind of spreads more and more, unfortunately, you're going to get to know more people who actually have it.
Yeah.
So I think right now, as long as it's people that you don't know,
a
lot of times it's kind of hard to really understand, the impact of it.
Yeah.
Until you kind of see people coming down with it and that kind of thing. So again, I mean, now is the time to kind of tell people, kind of how you feel and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing to do on a normal basis, but especially now. All right, number 7 in our 10 purpose-filled things to do during the coronavirus quarantine is pull out those unfinished projects. And I was thinking craft, woodworking, whatever.
Yeah, that song you never did
finish. Right.
Whatever else, the studio that you haven't pulled together.
I've been messing with the website. I mean, different things that I knew needed to be done. This is a good time to pull that out and see what can happen.
Yeah, try to pull that aspect together, So, I mean, again, I know this is not an easy time.
No, it's not.
It won't be, for whatever the reason might be. Yeah. It could be because financially you have issues and that kind of thing. And so it's just good to, at least I think, and I've had this, when I've been off work or something like that it just really kind of helped me, to just do things that I can control to make sure that I felt like I was making a contribution.
Yes.
That there's a certain amount of feeling useful when you kind of tackle these little things.
Yeah.
I think it's therapeutic. I think it's cathartic. I think it's therapeutic. And so it may not seem like much in the scheme of things, but
at the end of the day, it really does make a difference. I know the days that I've actually done things that are purpose-filled, at the end of the day, I feel like, well, at least today I did this.
That. I mean,
that's been a good,
and
that made me feel good.
I know for me, that's how it is for workouts. It's like if I get up in the morning and I don't feel like doing a workout, and I get that workout done, it's just one accomplishment for the day.
And it starts the day off right, so that's a good one too. I like that. So that would be good if you don't have a morning practice. We probably should add that in there too.
Right.
The next thing on our list of 10 purpose-filled, well, now 11, 12 purpose-filled things to do during the coronavirus quarantine is do that spring cleaning. So I know I started chipping away at it a little bit, but then I stopped. So it's even a reminder to myself to get back on the list of things that we know should happen every spring.
Right.
But since we have dedicated time, uninterrupted gift of time, that this is a good time to tackle some of that stuff.
Just do what you can do. And again, with all of this stuff, it's sort of like, don't to the extent that you kind of try something, you don't get to where you wanted to get to, don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's, if you fail today, there's always
tomorrow.
Right? I mean, so you just try again the next day.
And it makes you feel good to go back and say, okay, I did a little bit more.
Yeah. Just do what you can do. Yeah. If it's a minute, whatever it is, that's what you could do. Do that. Yeah. And then come back at it. Yeah. That's the main thing, is just keep coming back.
Patience. #patience. Yep. And then the other thing to do during this coronavirus quarantine that's purpose-filled is, as soon as it warms up just a little bit more, yard work.
Yeah.
So I know for us, cleaning out flower beds, pruning some trees, getting some of those leaves up off the grass and out of the flower beds would be helpful. So we're getting the kids out when it's time to do that and get out in the yard. It's good, fresh air and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Gets things done.
Yeah.
And then finally, the number 10 tip that we had prepared for purpose-filled things to do during the coronavirus quarantine is journal. Sometimes it helps to share those feelings, even with yourself, to express how you feel about it, because it is a little distressing, but then also remind yourself of the things that you're grateful for.
Yeah.
So that journaling has helped me, and definitely if you are a creator, journal and then create something from it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. That's definitely a good way to kind of do that.
So, cathartic.
Yeah. And again, it's a small thing, but it's these small things that I think are going to help you get through this.
And it's going to help us all, because if you keep your mindset healthy, I think it will help everything. It'll help you with your kids, especially with doing all that homeschooling. Shout out to you. My heart goes out to you.
Yeah.
So our question for you, has coronavirus affected your daily life? Most likely it has.
Yeah.
If so, what have you done to keep from going down that rabbit hole of constant negative coverage on the news?
Yeah.
What have you done to make sure that when we get to the other side of this, that you're feeling like, hey, I'm ready to get back out there and do things because I have taken care of laying some good seeds while I had the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Whatever it is, leave it in the comments below. We don't want you to miss anything, so make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, and be safe out there, everybody.
Yes.
You know, wishing you good health.
Yes.
You know, again, you know, we're all gonna get through this, and
Yep.
you know, and definitely we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yes,
so.
we are. So, here's wishing you love, peace,
And chicken.
yeah.